Wanna shake up the status quo, rock the boat, break a few eggs?
Well, you've come to the right place. KaoticRadio.com.
All right. Heel Talk Radio going live 6 p.m. on KaoticRadio.com. I am your host, the 5-card stud Jeff Maverick, and I would like to welcome my boy, Cole's boy. Cole ain't here to do it, but hey, that's on him. The former Alpha Omega Wrestling Heavyweight Champion of the world, Raw Kilborn. Suck it, Michael Preza.
That was adorable. Thank you.
I know.
Thank you. And from now on, I will be Ron the Air with you lovely listeners. We're going to be talking some shit about wrestling and interviewing some guests. We're going to be hanging out, talking mad wrestling.
Mad wrestling. Now, that is not a parody of wrestling, as the Mad Magazine would throw it down. That's just a lot of wrestling. It's a wicked lot of wrestling, yo. All right, man. Thank you for graciously accepting my invitation of being our third man.
Thank you for having me. It's going to be a blasty blast.
Oh, totes my goats. Mm-hmm. So, how's your week been?
Week's been good. The workflow is over. Nice the weekend's here. Happy to hang out with you. Yeah. How about you?
Sorry, guys. He's kind of getting used to this. He's been here 5 times now, 6 times
Is
now.
it 5 times now? I'm not sure.
I think it's 5 times. I will throw the references out from time to time.
That's why we're here.
I know. So, no, man, my week was great. It's funny. I've not had a stress-free, couple of days in God knows how long. Today and yesterday has been amazing. Took the fam to Universal Studios. It was my first time going.
Ever?
Well, okay. Last time I went, Conan was a thing.
Yes.
So
so no.
So I've never been there. Completely different. I was kind of pissed because I could not find the fucking DeLorean, which is the whole reason I want to go.
Yeah. You found out the hard way?
Well, no. It's still there.
Oh, okay.
But I couldn't find it. Apparently, it's behind a hot dog cart somewhere in the building or in the property. Pisses me off.
Maybe it was back in time.
It could have been. I did talk to Doc Brown while I was there. I got a picture. It was awesome. Me and little Super Kick Kid got a picture with Doc Brown. It was the first character we saw when we walked in.
Super Kick Kid. Is that a thing now?
It totally is. People call him Super Kick Kid now.
That's awesome.
It's awesome.
I bet he loves it. He was bragging to the girls in the car when we went to NXT. He's like, "Yeah, I'm YouTube famous."
I know.
I was like, "Wow, you got that swag early. Good for you."
Dude, I just hope he hasn't peaked,
Yeah.
Peaked at 10. That would have sucked.
Yeah, he's a little superstar now.
Yeah, dude, people at the NXT show knew who he was.
Yeah, he bigwigs me now.
I know, right? He totally fucking he jobbered you. He jobs you out.
He did.
Oh well, man. You may be the former heavyweight champion, but that kid is fucking internet famous for life now.
I know that they're gonna put that on him.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, he's already trying. I'm having to field offers for that kid sometimes.
Hey.
Nah, fuck that. He was internet famous a year ago. I'm surprised people still remember who he is.
Gets into the Performance Center just by that video.
Wouldn't be surprised, dude. John Cena got in with less.
Did he?
No, man.
Come on
He was kicking ass
Come on
in California. Prototype was actually a pretty fucking cool character.
Well, I mean, have you seen how he looked back then? Well, how he looks still. So.
Well, no. Back then, I mean, he was a little more jacked. Mm-hmm. I would say, he was more physically defined.
Well, yeah, he was coming off of being,
freaking bodybuilder in Boston.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I mean, I used to watch him. I mean, his shows were what, an hour and a half down the road?
Oh yeah, Rick Bassman's EPW.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, The Miz was right there with him.
I
too.
know. And you know what, man? That's another guy. I mean, we're gonna use this first hour to BS. We got freaking Douglas James calling in later.
Yeah,
and I love that kid. God, he's a flippy bastard, but I love him.
I will be honest. You know, he wasn't on my radar. How I heard of him was this video being passed around on the Facebook of him just eating backyarders, and it's just a montage of this gentleman, Douglas James, who I would love to talk to about this video because I'm going to.
Okay.
It's just a montage. I don't know if there's a full match video on there, but
there is. It was a Rumble match.
The video I saw was a montage of just all of his greatest hits, literally.
The Had a Bad Day, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It was
the Had a Bad Day video.
It was incredible. Like, he just didn't give them anything. He no-sold like The Undertaker and just kicked the crap out of these kids.
Drop kicked the world, man.
Yeah, and just put them on notice.
I will say, man, kids, the dude's got one of the prettiest damn drop kicks I've seen in a minute. I mean, he throws that fucking drop kick like a superstar. I mean, it most people look at a drop kick. It's a very basic move nowadays. I mean, like, everybody does it.
Yeah, but you can spot a pretty one.
Yeah, this one is gorgeous.
Yes,
I would take this drop kick to the prom. And then deflower it after the prom. It's a great drop kick.
You would take advantage of Douglas James' drop kick?
I would totally take advantage of Douglas James's drop kick.
Nice.
Even no, I'm not going that far on that.
Can't wait to hear his thoughts on that.
You know what, man? I honestly don't know if he's listening at the moment. I need to hit him up again.
Let me just say, I would love to see the montage video of that conversation.
Oh, dude, he's gonna kick my ass. You have no idea. That guy is awesome, though. So yeah, Douglas James will be calling in a little later on tonight.
Tremendous.
Yeah. Now back to The Miz. I know the guy's got there's this big stigma around liking The Miz. He's always been that guy that nobody likes. He fucking draws a crowd because nobody likes him so much that they want to see him get his ass kicked. I see a talented dude. I mean, he gets over like a heel, and he works as safe as he possibly can so that he doesn't get hurt.
I feel that he's actually stepped up his, like, worker game. Like, you know, his in-ring performance was always, like, average. But he's stepped up the persona so hard. Like, at first, everyone hated this actor gimmick. But now with the addition of Maurice, and now that there's this power, like, People magazine cover, that they're running with this red carpet couple, and I think it's working, especially when he gets really entitled and pissed off and, like, really gets intense like that talking smack segment, and basically every promo he's had from then on then, and yeah, he just dropped that IC title, didn't he?
Yeah, he dropped it to the Lunatic Fringe.
Yeah, I mean, he drops
worst
the
nickname in history, but go ahead. Sorry.
He drops the title, and, like, the WWE drops the ball again. Like, you know, they could have ran with this world tour gimmick until he beat the Honky Tonk Man, and that would have been just fine. It would have been perfect. Oh yeah,
because I mean, let's face it, Honky Tonk Man was never really a main carder either.
No.
You know, that's why he had the IC title for, 285 days, I believe. Yeah. I mean, they ran with the fucking Santino gimmick for, like, 3 months.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and that bothered me. Because it's like, dude, give that a run.
Well, they probably just, got cold feet. Like, we're really going to have Santino break this? Like, come on. We would have loved it. I would have loved it.
Oh, dude, I would have marked. Totally.
You had an Elvis impersonator hold it for that long. What's the problem with this little funny Italian that hits people with Cobra socks?
Oh, dude, the Cobra sock was one of the better gimmicks. Come on now.
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah, it is what it is, man. WWE will always drop the ball with something until, and this is going to be my stupid Mark moment of the night, until Triple H takes over.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. Because Triple H is doing some really amazing booking on NXT.
Oh, and
making some great decisions. Yeah, I'm gonna get to that right now. That's what I'm leading up to. Hold the phone.
I will.
I'm the host. God damn it.
You handle it.
No. I mean, just great, smart booking, and his latest booking decision has me giddy like a fucking schoolgirl. Mm-hmm. I got to throw the curse word out on that one. Chris Hero, Cassius Ono, which I really wish they would rename him. He re-signed. He's back in NXT. I am hoping, beyond hope, that when he gets called up, because it's gonna fucking happen, that we get a reformation of the Kings of Wrestling.
Oh, that'd be delightful.
Wouldn't it?
Yes, it would.
Oh my goodness.
And it wouldn't, it's not like the audience wouldn't know what that is. You got a lot of, the IWC is the majority, I think, the internet wrestling community. They know what's up. Like, they know, like, the fact that Ole 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 is such a huge thing with Sami Zayn, that followed him here. Like,
yeah.
That was an El Generico thing.
Oh, completely. But so they're not the same person, so what are you talking about?
Look how massive that was, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it's awesome that they're bringing in some of these, the indie guys that we as, I'm not going to say true wrestling fans or smart marks, but we in the business, we love. These are good dudes, guys that deserve to be up there. Mm-hmm. Although Cole has a point when he says that it might end up bleeding the indies dry.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So, I could see that. Like they're taking all the stars, all the reasons we go to PWG are like, most of them are at are on the big stage. But that just leaves room for more stars to be created at these places. So like I'm like chomping at the bit for Kenny O to like get into WWE. I know it's gonna be like years from now, but I can just see it. I can see Kenny O going. I can see the Bucks going. It's going to happen. And there's a bunch of like scenarios where we go, that would never happen. That would never happen. We never thought Bret Hart would come back to WWE and do anything. He did. That's why I'm not.
Yeah, man, came back, had a 5-star match.
Oh yeah, but the moment was there.
It was.
The moment was. Yeah, that was a stink fest for sure. But the moment was there. We never thought he would ever come back. We never thought Shawn Michaels would come back after that back injury.
No, we never thought AJ would ever get signed.
No.
Shinsuke, that was a toss-up. I never thought that was even an option for a minute.
I was shocked when I saw the news that he was signed.
Oh, I thought it was great.
Because I watched him on Wrestle Kingdom 9. That was my first time I ever saw him, with him versus Kota Ibushi. And I was just like, well, I have to like watch this now, because I'm only gonna be able to see this here. So when I found that out, that he was getting signed over there, I was scared, but I was so excited, because I was like, if they just let him be him, it'll get over so hard. If they touch his character in any way, it's gonna flop. Yeah,
no, and they've done good. They've done really good with Shinsuke. They've left him alone. He does his thing. Shit, dude, that match that we saw him in at the NXT show in Riverside, him and Perfect 10 against the fuck, man, I always forget the little Mexican dude's name.
Cien Del Almas, or yeah,
that guy. I feel bad because I know he's got a really big following. I know him as Sombra. Mm-hmm. So and that's what I usually tell Cole is Sombra. He's like, hey, that's not his name no more. Fuck you, I don't care. But yeah, man, that match was great. And Bobby Roode.
And
everything comes back to Bobby Roode.
Absolutely. And I gotta say, like, speaking to Shinsuke's talent, like, that was, basically an NXT house show, right?
Yeah.
And he did nothing, like, really. Like, he did his entrance, he did his swagger, he did the Kinshasa, and we ate that shit up. That's very rare that you get a worker like that who can just basically physically do nothing and just be there.
Yeah, because he got his ass handed to him by Roode for a good solid 5 minutes, and it made Roode look freaking powerful, which I loved. Mm-hmm. Because fuck, man, if anybody listens to this show, they know I don't mark harder over freaking Chris Jericho and Bobby Roode. I freaking love the guys. I can't help it. But yeah, sorry.
No, it's all
Mark
good.
Fest.
No, it's all good. Hey, that's why we're here. We started the show to, because a couple marks would like to talk about wrestling.
Yeah, you know what? That is true. That's why I love my show.
I never looked at the word mark as a derogatory term. We all started out as marks, no matter what we did for the business.
Yeah. Oh, definitely, dude. There's a select few who've never watched a wrestling match who are now in the WWE. But after that, I bet you they've watched several thousand.
Oh, absolutely.
So-
That's part of their homework.
Yeah. Well, man, I really want to go to that performance center just to see what they actually do. I mean, that would be nice. I don't want to go there to work or anything. Just
Yeah.
you do.
I do.
I'm fucking fat, bro.
Well, I don't even want to wrestle. I just want to do behind the scenes shit. You know what I want to do? I want to make the build up videos for all the matches.
You know who does that now?
Who?
Smiley.
Nice.
Yeah, freaking Smiley does that. In fact, Ryan Katz, GQ Money, Mr. Smiley, whatever you want to call him, dude. That guy does a shit ton for NXT now.
Oh yeah, he was the intro video for the Vaudevillains.
I had to show that to Luke because he's met the guy a few times. So
Yeah.
he's like, "Oh yeah, that is him, huh?" You silly little bastard. So,
Is that the pet name for him?
sometimes,
Nice.
Sometimes,
Awesome.
man, it was really fun watching him and his sister at Universal yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, dude, we were in Harry Potter world for most of the day,
Awesome.
and we all got our wands.
Of course you did.
You had to.
Why wouldn't you? Are they tall enough for all the rides?
All of them.
Nice.
Every single one.
You get on Jurassic Park?
Fuck yes.
How much shit was in their pants when T-Rex came out of the waterfall?
Lily was, and I feel bad because she might actually be listening tonight. Lily was dumping her pants before we even got onto the ride
Excellent.
because she's not a big thrill ride person.
And that, as parents, is what we live for.
Oh yeah,
I want to watch you be scared shitless.
yeah. But she was laughing her ass off by the end of it because she was getting. Throughout the day, it seemed like every ride that you could get squirt in the face with some sort of liquid, I did. Like literally every ride.
Awesome.
So she was laughing her ass off when that fucking dinosaur popped up and shot acid into my face.
Yeah, our misfortune is always funny to them. How come when they eat shit, I can't laugh my ass off?
I know, right?
Why is it wrong on my part?
Because we should know better.
Because you can't spell wrong without Ron.
Oh, jeez.
Yes.
You're gonna try to find a way to put your name into everything on the show.
Dude, I'm
aren't you?
gonna be a punny monstrosity.
Oh,
wait, a Ronstrosity.
Oh, dear God.
Oh, that's number
Oh,
2.
love that button right there. That button is awesome. Sorry, muted Ron for a second there.
Notice how your ratings plummeted for like 2 seconds?
Yeah, it's because I stopped talking.
Oh, that's cute.
No. Anyway, one of the things I kind of wanted to talk about tonight, because we just had the New Year on Sunday, so Happy New Year's Heel Talk Radio Fan Club, which
Happy
there
New
are
Year.
none of you. We don't have a fan club yet. If somebody wants to start a fan club, go right ahead. Just don't pull a Selena on me.
Pull it on me.
Okay, so everybody, Ron wants you to shoot him with a 6-gun. Damn it, Ron. What the hell?
You gotta live life dangerously. Sometimes it's about the chase.
You mean that you want them to run for their lives?
You got it. You got it. See, that's number 3, and it wasn't even for me.
Yeah, I know. It's awesome. So, one of the things I wanted to talk about tonight is what we liked from all the different organizations over the last year. Kind of a recap, if you will. Plus, I mean, it's a really good time filler with us just BSing. So I like that. It's always my favorite.
Yeah, and it's also another reason to talk about more wrestling, especially local wrestling.
Oh,
Let me ask you this: are there any new talents that have caught your eye?
Well, yeah, man. I gotta say, and they're not new talent. They're just kind of
New to you?
no. They're repackaging themselves, and it's a group.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, one of the guys isn't really a big fan of yours.
Okay,
Which I found out over Bookface this week.
that's fine.
Well, not so
happens.
much that, but the hate.
Okay.
I'm really kind of digging some of the shit that they're doing. Plus, I love a lot of the guys on there. Pinky, he's great. You got freaking Ray Rosas leading the group, who's one of my favorite people. So, Peter Avalon. You're really wondering who was talking shit on you, aren't you?
No, not at all. I'm actually really impressed with Hate. I've had this conversation with Ray Rosas. I was like, it's really cool to get something going that people think is cool in the independent circuit. Like, it's very rare to have to have a group of guys do something to where it's like almost kind of like the Click or kind of like an NWO type of thing, and people actually eat it up. And I mad props to all those guys, from Tito to Ray Rosas to Pinky to Peter Avalon, all those guys.
You know, I did. I ran into Pinky and Damian Arsenic. Mm-hmm. So, little shout out to those guys. I like them. They're cool people. But yeah, man, Hate's one of the things that was kind of thrown on my radar locally. Mm-hmm. Shit, dude, there's so many guys out there that are just hitting their stride in Southern California. Our guest later on tonight, dude, Douglas James. Mm-hmm. I've said it since the first time I watched him come into a ring. Mind you, it was like 6 months after he had started doing shows, but the dude is really fucking clean for a guy who just started in the business, not too long ago. So I'm really impressed with him. And on the female side of things, Heather Monroe is something, she's doing some cool things, and I like her. Her and her partners, Laura James, and they're the Killer Bays. So yeah, those are some local talent that is on my radar. What about you?
Well, when I went to EWF and I was training, there was this kid, brand new. His name, I can't remember his shoot name, but 2 years later, I see him on California Wrestler from Hollywood, and his name's Dickie Meyer, and that kid, I was in the school with him, and he, was brand new. He was like, like how we all were. We were the drizzling shits, and to see his improvement, is really something. And he was a real sweet kid back when I met him. And if Dickie Meyer, if you're listening, congratulations on all the bookings you're getting, and keep going, buddy.
Yeah, I did just see something about that. Him and his crew are going to be debuting at CWFH. Mm-hmm. And I'm interested in taking a look. I might DVR that thing for once this, this time around.
And another newbie-ish that comes to Alpha Omega Wrestling quite often, Damian Smith. He's been working a lot. Keep an eye out for him. He's got a good look, and I think he's going to go far if he keeps at it.
I'll definitely take a look at that one, because you said his name. I had no idea who the fuck he was.
Yeah.
So is he a high desert guy, or is he?
No, he works elsewhere. I think he's worked for OCCW. I think he may have done some Santino shows. I could be dead wrong about that, but I just know him strictly from Alpha Omega because he visits there quite frequently.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, so the Okada match.
Didn't get to see it yet. Haven't seen that pay-per-view yet.
Really, you haven't watched Wrestle Kingdom 11 yet?
I have not. Do tell me. I mean, I know what happens.
Let's just say, as a wrestling fan, first and foremost, it takes a lot to get me excited about watching a match, let alone staying up until 3 o'clock in the fucking morning to watch a match live from Japan. I did not do it for Beast from the East or Beast from the West, whatever the fucking Brock Lesnar New Japan thing they were doing.
Oh, the one where he wrestled Big Show?
Was it Big Show? It was just recently on the network.
I have no idea.
Dude, it was crap. Not so much the pay-per-view itself or the network special, whatever they're calling them nowadays.
Right.
That was actually really good, but staying up that late for me is just, it's tough.
Oh, yeah.
So it takes a lot for me to want to stay up that late to watch a pay-per-view. Bell to bell on that match was a thing of art. I mean, just straight up high art. We're talking Picasso level shit. Okay. The high spots were there. The freaking... what I like the most, though, is the work rate between the two men. Freaking, Kenny Omega is going to bring it. I mean, that guy is just so fucking good. Okada, I'm not big on Japanese wrestling. I'm just getting into it because I'm able to get some stuff on my TV. That guy is really good.
Oh yeah, he is the biggest draw there.
I bet. I mean, I actually saw emotion coming out of a Japanese crowd, and you don't see that very much out of a Japanese crowd.
Yeah, they're very observant.
Yes,
they're paying attention.
Yeah,
yeah.
And the Japanese fans were on their feet. They were cheering. Every time you get a chop, it's oh. I mean, it was something. Like, the energy in that building was just something else for that match. Before I would say the last couple of years, actually, before now, I could name 3 Japanese wrestlers that are currently wrestling. That's it, in New Japan. And since one of them got signed to WWE, there's only 2 now, and it's Kota Ibushi and Gedo. So now I know Okada, and this guy's a fucking badass, dude. I'm loving it. That guy is awesome.
Shibata? Do you know Shibata?
Like I said, man, only the bread that I make some sandwiches out of.
Oh, you.
I know.
That's
fantastic.
That one's free.
That one.
Shibata scares me. Like, I watch him and he just nails you. Like, every single strike he throws is spot on and scary looking. So go back. I think he was on that show because he was on the poster. So go back and look for the match with Shibata, and I guarantee you somebody's eating a fist.
Okay, it wasn't the guy that does the eye thing, is it?
No.
Okay,
I know that for
I
sure.
like that guy.
Yeah, that dude's a character.
That dude was cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I really need to start getting more into the Japanese style. I know Cole loves that shit.
Their storytelling is spot on. And I'm talking like angles and matches. Like, they do foreshadowing in matches where they'll kind of tease one thing and then they'll make you forget about it and bring it back like that. Like, like they'll actually work a body part and like it'll actually play into the match later. That whole storytelling is lost upon the mainstream wrestling. But if you go back, because I don't have cable, so it's very hard for me to watch New Japan Pro Wrestling. And I tried signing up for New Japan World. I am just lost. So that's my issue. But yeah, it's definitely, if you want great storytelling and great storytelling in matches, watch New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Definitely. I was completely entertained. I can't pronounce most of these dudes' names. I marked the fuck out though because Scott Norton came back.
Yeah, he didn't look bad either.
No, not at all. I mean, he was a little pudgier than I've seen Scott Norton ever be, but
that's solid pudge though. That dude's
that
a
guy,
rock.
That guy is still built like a brick shit house.
I wouldn't fuck with him.
And he throws the nastiest fucking clothesline, dude. I mean, that guy is just a beast. And I remember one of his first stints over there, right before he came over to WCW, because I did watch a lot of, wasn't New Japan, it was Old Japan, maybe? No. Sorry. All Japan Pro Wrestling, AJPW. And he was doing some stuff for them, and for a Gaijin to come in, that guy got a huge pop over there. And he was built over here as kind of a nothing dude because he happened to come in and then get directly into the biggest stable ever to fucking be created, other than the goddamn corporate ministry. So, I mean, and his match was brutal. Like, Scott Norton can still fucking work.
Oh, yeah.
But his matches, and if you've ever seen him in the past, his matches were always that Japanese strong style.
Doesn't he have like a coaching job out there?
I'm not sure. I you know what, to be absolutely freaking fair, I didn't know Scott Norton was still alive. And I feel really bad about that because I do like him. He's not, I mean, I was never like a super fan or anything, but he was definitely one of those guys that when you saw that he was coming to the ring, somebody was going to get their ass kicked.
Yeah.
So, and that's really all he needed was that reputation of, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah. That's all you need.
And I think in WWE or WCW they were saying like he was a prison fighter or some shit like that.
Wow.
I don't think that ever happened. I think that was just
I think that's just a work.
WCW propaganda.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Bischoff. Sorry, that may have been no, it couldn't have been a Vince Russo thing.
You never know. Hey, it folded.
He was sending ideas. So, man, you really like that shit, don't you?
I do sips.
Sips.
People who shoot the whole thing are crazy. He's talking about my 5-hour energy, folks.
Yeah. Well, and then here I am with a 52-ounce energy drink. So,
yeah.
Who's really worse off?
I don't know.
No, actually, that's about 75% Mountain Dew and then like a little bit of the energy drink stuff.
Nice.
So
I like it.
that's my own little concoction. The
Hey,
Toxic Rocket.
We're both awake, aren't we?
I don't know. Are we awake?
Is this real life?
Matrix. I tried to explain the Matrix to my son today.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't
How'd that
get
go?
it.
Oh, of course not. I watched the movie. I still don't get it.
I know. Dude, it was a Jesus thing, maybe? Wrong show.
Yeah.
Sorry. So,
We'll save that for the Ronspiracy Theory episode.
oh no.
You're welcome.
Do we have to do that?
Every damn time.
Damn you. Okay, so what time is it? Okay, we got about 9 minutes until break. What were some of the stuff from the WWE that you liked this year? And by WWE, I mean SmackDown and Raw, not NXT. That don't count yet.
Oh no,
That's its own separate category.
Okay, well, no, I'm not. I don't want to play that game because a lot of it had to do with NXT, and that is a sister company to WWE. I'm gonna go with WWE, making that possible too. So, but I will
totally play that game. I'm the goddamn host.
Okay, fine. I will succumb to your rules.
No. Go ahead.
But
if it's all NXT stuff, that's cool.
It's not. It really isn't. WWE, I feel, had a greght year. There was a meme I posted where it was just 4 pictures of all their champions, and I was like, "Are we happy now?" And it was Kevin Owens, it was Asuka, it was Shinsuke Nakamura,
and AJ Styles.
Like, hello.
I was perfectly happy with all of that. I'm so glad they didn't put the women's championship on there though, because that would have been a really, really, really long thing of just Sasha, Charlotte, Sasha, Charlotte, Sasha, Charlotte.
Yeah, that was. But gotta hand it to them though. First ever Hell in the Cell match, I believe. First ever main event pay-per-view. Those two, and they killed it every time. And I'm a big fan of Charlotte. When she gets on the microphone, I just hate her. Like, with a passion, and she's working it too. Like, I don't hate her like I want her to shut up, like when Vicky Guerrero talks. Yeah, but I like hate her because
you hold your tongue on that one.
What?
We are big Vicky Guerrero fans around here.
That's why she was on my list last week. Yeah, of course. If you can get the audience to hate you, to not even let you speak, that is talent. Or just shit personality. Who knows? But
I think, okay, with Vicky Guerrero, it was a little of both. Because
the voice was also, yeah.
Oh, nails on a goddamn chalkboard with that woman. But she got that fucking catchphrase over like a mother.
Oh, yeah. Excuse me.
And it's something we all say.
It's something
especially if we're polite.
Yeah. It's something that we're all familiar with too, because when she does it, just from my perspective, I just put her to, like, I went back in my childhood to like the bitch teacher. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's who that. Excuse me. When nobody's talking.
I had a Spanish teacher that would go, "Escuchen," and she would hold up the I think she would call it the quiet coyote.
Wow.
Yeah. Right.
So back to WWE's good year. I think they had a great year because, AJ Styles debuts at the Royal Rumble, big shock, and then a year later he's main eventing the same pay-per-view as the champion.
Yeah.
Delightful.
Oh, amazing.
That is good booking. That is knowing what they have and they're using it. AJ Styles and John Cena had probably match of the year, singles match, I thought, just from storytelling to work rate to the way John Cena sold AJ's kick out from the top rope attitude adjustment, just solidified AJ in WWE. Because you can see the story on telling on his face. Like, is this really happening? Is this kid that good? Have I been replaced? You saw all that on his face.
Oh yeah.
And it, bless John Cena's heart. Like, the dude can make stars. Like, AJ is already a star, but I think that stamped AJ in this company. That match.
Definitely. And it was a great match. from bell to bell. Cena gets a lot of shit for being Super Cena because, I mean, he was shoved down our throats immediately. He's got the Roman Reigns effect. But people don't realize, man, Cena is where he is because he is the best. He may not be the best wrestler. He may not be the best worker in general, but the dude is the face of the company for a reason.
He kills it every time he goes out there.
Yeah.
He's very cool under pressure with the whole mixed reaction thing, and he plays to it so perfectly.
He
to
does.
where he can stay the neutral, the face, and still give the people that hate him. He still gives them the benefit of the doubt. He's like, you know what? I love your guys' passion. I don't care if you think I suck.
Yeah.
That is brilliantly played off.
What solidified me with Cena as him actually being a great worker is his match with JBL, the I Quit match, where he's just freaking crimson from head to toe, basically, from this match. And I mean that entire match, and it's hard to make a quote unquote hardcore match like a really good match. I mean, you can't, after some point, it's just hitting people with shit.
Yeah, you can't. At a certain point, you got to have a good story to balance out the weapons and the hardcore.
Yeah. So in this match, I mean, there was a full range of emotion. There was a full range of, I mean, you knew the story. John Cena, the kid from the streets of Boston, the former guy who would come in rapping and shit, going against the Wall Street tycoon. I mean, we've seen it played out so many times, so many different ways. But that match right there solidified it for me. Like, oh, you know what? He just went over JBL, who is in his own right a really good worker.
Oh yeah.
Not only did he do it, he did it convincingly. I mean, he beat the shit out of JBL so bad that he was scared. He had to quit. He didn't want to get the shit kicked out of him anymore.
Yeah.
But he took his lumps throughout that entire match. I mean, at the end of the match, he was redder than our couch over there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and plus, it just goes to show you, it was a nice little mirror for the audience to look at. It doesn't matter where you are in life, you can beat, you can overcome powerful people and powerful situations.
Yep. Same thing happened with this man right here. One of the people you were just talking about on your meme, Mr. Kevin Owens.
KO.
Love that guy. Can't wait to see the other KO in action, Cassius Ohno.
Oh, yes.
Which is going to be weird. Two guys with the initials KO.
Oh.
So, all right, you guys, give us some of your great memories from this year. When we come back, we're going to have Mr. Douglas James on the phone. He's going to be calling in. We're going to talk about that infamous Crush the Yarders match. Also, I kind of want to bring up a cool match he had. Him and Joey Ryan versus the Killer Bays, who just happened to be their Bays. So stick around. 909-860-8330. We are Heel Talk Radio.
No BS just won't do. KaoticRadio.com.
All right, we are back. Heel Talk Radio on KaoticRadio.com. Give us a shout out. Follow us on Twitter at Heel Talk Radio. And give us a like on Facebook at Heel Talk Radio. It's easy. Everything's the same. But at the same time, completely different.
Just one click away. You'll love it.
Just one click away. Man, you just throw out like buzz lines.
Yeah, I just add seasoning to your spaghetti.
Dude, my spaghetti don't need no goddamn seasoning. All right, ketchup and noodles, good enough alone.
Oh my God.
No, I'm just messing with you. I used to know, and you being, I'm guessing with your shoot last name, you're somewhat Italian?
Somewhat. Yes. Yeah, I'm Italian.
You might be a Sicilian. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't want to get the regions confused because I know that's a big thing with you
People?
Italians.
Are you going to say you people?
You people?
No.
But I used to know this this Italian mom. It was a buddy's mom. She put ketchup in her spaghetti sauce. And I never got that. But apparently that's kind of big with transplant Italians.
I've never heard of that.
I don't know, but she swore that all Italians did that. And I've worked in several Italian restaurants that has never once been on the menu. They don't even serve ketchup on their burgers at Italian food places.
I've been around Italians a lot. Never seen that.
Well, then,
don't want to see
Mrs.
that.
DeLuca, you're a fucking liar.
Your last name's great, though.
You straight. No, I changed the name to. I Law and Ordered it real quick.
Fantastic.
So, but yeah, you lied, liar, lying, liar. You're a phony.
I don't think she's lying. I just think she's misinformed.
No, dude, I think she was just too cheap to go out and buy tomato paste.
Come on, man.
And ketchup.
Prego, bro.
No, gross. No ragu. Ragu. I'm a Four Brothers kind of guy, the four cheese Alfredo. We're good. So before we get Mr. Douglas James calling in, what was some of your fonder memories from the Indies this year? I mean, I know that you kind of follow ROH.
I don't, unfortunately. I don't have a way to watch it.
Internet.
Yeah, internet.
You have the internet. Don't lie to me.
I am aware of all the titles that the Young Bucks are holding, and I just think that's fantastic. I love that. I love seeing that picture of them with the titles on their gear, like they.
Oh yeah, the from the New Japan show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing. Greatest gear ever.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Just like all the tag titles just on their gear. I wonder how they got that made.
I'm guessing it's going to be some sort of a silk screening process. I mean, that thing, you don't just have fabric. Well, I mean, I guess you do just have fabric made. Who knows, man?
Not my profession.
Eventually, they'll be on the show because they literally live no more than 10, 15 minutes from here.
Oh, I remember.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
You used to kind of train with them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was fun. No, not train with them. I worked a lot of their HRW shows.
Oh, they're backyard fed.
Oh, well, it took place in a skating rink.
Okay. Well, I mean,
before they got the credit they deserved, even then they were all the veterans. I'm throwing quotation marks in the air. All the veterans were calling them yarders, but there were some of the most talented kids I saw at the time.
Well, shit, dude. I mean, they're legitimately the best tag team in the world right now.
Yeah.
And they've got the gold to prove it. You know,
and all those shit talkers are eating a big word sandwich.
Yeah, all those shit talkers could go eat a bag of vegan dicks. So.
Oh yeah.
But dude, these guys, they're kind of living the indie dream, dude. They're making money. They are having a very good living off of working indie shows, and that's one thing that guys like Jim fucking Cornette said that they could never do. They couldn't get over being indie spot monkeys, fucking video game wrestlers. Well, eat a bag of vegan dicks, Jim Cornette. These guys are more over than your little Midnight Express. So suck it.
Oh yes, yeah. Big ups to those guys. Those guys turned a lot of heads.
And suck a dick, Jim Cornette.
Another one.
Dude, you have no idea, man. I hate Jim Cornette.
Suck a tennis racket case full of dicks.
There we go. See, look. Now I don't have Cole here tonight. I've got somebody who does semi-agree with me on some stuff.
No, I am a big fan of Jim Cornette. Jim Cornette had. I'm gonna talk about this. And Cole, if you're listening, I know you're gonna laugh your ass off. And I'm pretty sure he knows where I'm going immediately. He did this shoot interview, and it's like 30 seconds long. He's referring to the X Division match where the X fell during the match.
Okay.
And so he's referring to all the guys just looking at the X on the ring apron, on the ring mat, and just all like deer in the headlights and don't do anything. And they're like, and he's like, well, why don't you just go for it? Just grab it. You need to grab it. Just go for it and grab it like any man would in a real fight. And he's like, when they botch a finish and they don't know what to do next, and he literally said that, I don't know, do a sunset fucking flip. And the words sunset fucking flip made me and Cole laugh so hard. Like just the outrageousness of his delivery on just that move idea.
This guy, I don't know. We all know that there's a YouTube video out there that is quite near and dear to my heart, and he talks shit.
Oh, I heard that.
Not so much. I don't care that he talks shit on the spot. Whatever. He talks shit on my kid.
Oh yeah.
On my kid. You don't do that. As a dad, you know, the guy's on my fucking list for life now. Fuck that guy. Fuck him in his dirty ass. You goddamn cornbread hick.
Come on. 2% of you marked out a little bit that Jim Cornette was shooting on your son. 2%.
1.5.
Oh, my boy.
Well, to be fair, he is Jim fucking Cornette.
Right?
Still don't like the guy, though. I mean, yeah, it was a cool Mark moment for a second, but it literally pissed me off more than anything when it happened.
Yeah.
I mean, that I guess that's the Mark in me.
It is what it is.
So, fuck that guy. Every time it comes up, dude, I will say it. It's kind of become its own thing.
Jim Cornette.
Fuck that guy.
Jim Cornette.
Fuck that guy. All right.
Jim
cool.
Cornette.
Fuck that guy.
All right, I'm done.
All right, cool. So did I tell you who I saw at Universal Studios?
Was it Jim Cornette?
Fuck that guy. I knew that was coming.
Last one.
Okay. Sorry. Actually, a cool thing did kind of happen. Well, didn't kind of happen. It flat out fucking did. I was tweeting from my Maverick account on the Twitterverse. Just little snippets from my day yesterday. It was my first time at Universal Studios. I was kind of marking out for everything there, especially Harry Potter Land. Actually, funny enough, loved Simpsons Land way more.
Oh, dude.
Way more. And I didn't really do much of anything in Simpsons Land, but just stand there and look at shit.
Yeah, and you're like the perfect age to where Simpsons has just been around forever. Like, since you've been alive. So to see
For the most part,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm 32. It came out when I was like 6.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I mean, that's been a big part of my life.
Yeah, and like they were around before that in comic books.
Well, Tracy Ullman show.
Yeah.
They were big on the Tracy Ullman show, too. And totally not the right fucking show for this, but who cares, man? It's Simpsons. But, so I was tweeting out stuff, and I tweeted that I was in the line for the Harry Potter ride, and it was going really fast, right? Because it was like fucking 20-minute wait.
My goodness.
Yeah, dude, we hit the best day ever to get there, dude.
During the week?
Yesterday. We went Thursday, and we got on damn near everything. Mm-hmm. And lines were 15-minute wait here, 35 there. There was like a 45-minute wait for one ride that we had to get on. It was awesome. But I tweeted that I was in the Harry Potter line, and from up in front of us, I hear, "Yo, Maverick!" I'm like, what the fuck? And then I see a guy waving his hands, and I'm like, okay. And then he fucking walks back because I waved at him. He walks back. He's like, "Holy shit, dude!" And dude's got a thick accent. Mm-hmm. Find out he's from New Zealand.
Wow. Like
from New Zealand.
How?
He's here on vacation.
But how do you know him? How does he know you?
He listens to our show.
Wow, that's cool.
He listens to our show. And so I'm going to give a big shout out to my new Kiwi friend. His name is Bud. Bud Mac.
Bud Mac.
Bud Mac.
That sounds made up.
No, dude, that is legit. I mean, it may have been Mackenzie, but he's like, my name's Bud. People call me Mac, so I just kept calling him Bud Mac.
I like it.
So, Bud Mac from New Zealand, you Kiwi bastard, I love you. Thank you for making me look like a fucking star in front of my kids yesterday. And my wife, too. That was funny. She's like, holy crap, people listen to your show?
People know you.
Yeah. So, yay. I look like Howard Stern for 5 minutes. So, but yeah, that was kind of cool. And that's sort of related to wrestling because it happened to me.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
it is a nice feeling, no matter how small the scale is. You know, like even
Right.
even because I met my wife, after my first stint in wrestling, and then when I lost the weight and came back, she finally got to actually see it. And like when she saw how people took to me and like treated me, and just saw a whole nother side of me, she was just like, wow, like yeah, I did not expect this at all.
Respect.
Yeah, she saw me in a whole new light, and I was like,
Yeah.
wow. That's
Well, it was like after my wife started, she had stopped coming to my comedy shows because she knows that I'm funny. She likes that I'm funny, sort of sometimes, but she's not a fan of my stand-up because
Okay.
a lot of it is bagging on her
Oh yeah.
because I'm a guy and she's my wife. So sorry, hon.
And all the best stand-ups are based on real life.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, I mean, I think people who do written comedy is kind of hacky sometimes.
Yeah, so that's why some of the best angles in wrestling are based on real life.
Yeah. So, nice way to rope that in there, too.
There you go.
So, but yeah, for a while there, she quit coming to my shows. And then she came back after I had been doing it for about a year. And she's like, holy shit, these people love you.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cole came to a few of my shows and everything was ruined.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Did you just have a list of critiques?
No, he happened to catch some times where I was probably a little too inebriated to be up on stage.
Nice.
So I, kind of fumbled through my sets. Although the one at the Ontario Improv was kind of cool. That one went okay.
Yeah, you never want to be the one performing while Cole's in the audience. He will execute his right to heckle. That's how I met Cole. Well, that's how I discovered Cole, actually.
Oh, yeah?
I was at an EWF show. I'll tell this story, just in time for him to call in, for Douglas James to call in. I went to my first EWF show, my first indie show, period. And I'm watching a tag match take place, and there's this really loud fan who just cheers so hard for the faces and boos so hard for the heels. And he kept on just yelling, "You're terrible," to everybody. And like almost to a point where I was like, does this guy like know these wrestlers? And so long story short, after that, I met him at my high school, like a month later, and he's just the sweetest guy ever. And
Are we talking about the same Cole?
And here we are. I know it's weird, right?
Yeah, that guy's sweet. I mean, he hates his fucking kid. No, I'm joking about that. He loves his kids. But that guy hates everybody, and he's sweet.
He doesn't hate everybody.
I know.
He's a harsh critic, but he doesn't hate.
No, I love Cole. He knows that I love him. He wouldn't be on my show if I didn't. So, but now you are. He's not here.
Hi.
Huh. So
Where is he? He's at a basketball game, right?
Yeah, he's playing. He's out there watching. I don't know, some dudes throwing a ball through a hoop. I think they're the Lakers.
That's cute.
So, yeah. Sorry, I don't know real sports.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a man. I don't watch sports. I watch wrestling. I watch MMA.
Well, I'm, as you could tell, a pretty big fan of hockey.
Yeah, you are.
So,
But I've been around the Dawsons my whole teens and now,
Uh-huh.
so I know I'm well aware of the sport.
yeah, well, you better, man. I find the other, well, guess it's been a few weeks now, was the first time I ever met Cole's mom.
First time?
First time.
Okay.
Well, because I'm not. You got to remember, man. I'm a Brett guy.
yeah.
Brett's my introduction into the Dawson clan, and he's a Miller.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like that offshoot.
Nice.
But yeah, because I've met all of Brett's family for the most part, his mom and
Jonathan.
Yeah. All that. That was my first time meeting Cole's mom.
Mm-hmm.
She is legit the coolest.
Yes.
I like her. She knows how to party. She's a Ducks fan, so she's wicked smart.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's how you can tell.
Oh yeah, dude. Ducks fans are smart because we know. Okay, we just know. That's the way it is.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah, man, love the Dawson clan. They're all really good people. From what I can tell.
Yep. When we were all doing our
lines.
Lines?
Sorry, you were doing lines.
Wow.
Sorry.
Good one. No, when we were doing our federation, that all that time ago, we had a lot of heads that would just be friends and hang out. And like little by little, they got more responsible and got families and just started doing their own thing. I've never really left, no matter how responsible I got. I have a great relationship with all of them, parents included.
I was actually kind of surprised you didn't bring your stepdaughter in. Your daughter. Fuck that, dude. I hate the word step. That's she's got her own dad, but you're her other dad.
Yeah.
She's a good kid.
She's
a really good kid.
Yeah, she's cool. She has her moments like all kids do, but
Oh, definitely.
But I don't think I'll bring her in here. No.
Oh, bull crap, dude.
She won't shut up.
it's gonna end up happening. We all started out with we ain't gonna bring the kids, and then dude, that lasted like a week.
Yeah, why not? Violet's entertaining as hell.
Oh, she is a character. I loved listening to her jump on with you and Cole the week I wasn't here.
Yeah.
She is definitely Cole's kid.
Maybe I will bring Beth in. She's a little sass.
Oh, dude, Luke liked her. Luke thought she was cool as hell. So
yeah. A little too much. He's gonna need. I'm gonna super kick him. He's gonna go viral all over again.
Are you kidding me, bro? Beth would be like girl number 4 for Luke, dude. He don't need that kind of drama.
Oh, nice.
Actually, Luke, I gotta tell you, man. Luke's got a little girlfriend at school.
Oh snap!
But he won't admit it, and she won't admit it. But they are so damn cute around each other.
Aw.
Yeah, puppy love, little 4th grade love.
You think they'll be on Maury in 4 years?
At 14, they fucking better not.
Hey, you never know.
I know there was that show 16 and Pregnant, but no.
You gotta watch them like a hawk.
She's a good little kid.
That's good.
Her brother is Luke's best friend,
mm-hmm.
so they're always around each other, and she thinks he's cute. And my daughter's the one who told Luke, "Hey, Emma thinks you're cute."
Look at us, a bunch of dads.
6th grader.
How dumb.
I know. Fuck dads. That's stupid. And actually, my dad's one of our biggest fans. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude, that guy's awesome.
What's up, Papa Maverick?
What's funny? Dude doesn't like wrestling, and that's good for him. He's
mm-hmm.
He's entitled to that opinion, even if it's wrong. But he is our biggest fan, and he loves listening to us talk about wrestling. So that's kind of cool. My dad's a big supporter.
Yeah, that's nice.
So.
What's that like?
Cool. It's cool.
Yeah, my dad will just always say how gay wrestling is and how gay it looks.
Okay, but to be fair, and no disrespect to Joey, but when you turn on the interwebs and you see a dude flip another dude who is grabbing your cock with your cock, I keep trying to convince people wrestling ain't gay, and then they see that shit, and they're like, nah, you're a fucking liar.
Dude, Joey's not gay. He's comfortable.
No. And I know this, and that's why I said no disrespect to Joey, but...
That's my excuse. I always go, it's not gay. It's really manly.
Hey, you do realize they used to wrestle naked at the first Olympics, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So it's not gay, it's just wrestling.
No. It's just a lot.
Okay, this show has delved into weird levels now.
Oh, now it did.
Oh yeah, dude, Cole don't talk about gay shit.
That's what a lie sounds like.
I know.
Do you know? Do you know this? He used to have a gimmick called the Ambiguously Gay Boy.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, yeah.
Is that why you guys became #team?
No.
Because
no.
you guys both look really ambiguously gay on that one.
No, that's how we became friends, though. But No, he would come out in short shorts. He would wear a mask, well, a ski mask, and he would have a bright orange shirt that just simply said meat flop.
Really?
Yes, that
Meat
is.
flop.
And he would be called the ambiguously gay boy, but he would be ambiguously gay. he would be in your face, absolute gay, but like just on fire.
You know, dude, I think you and him could have pulled off the ambiguously gay duo gimmick.
That's
It's-
awesome. That's weird for you to picture.
No, not picturing it. Just saying, because I'm picturing the hashtag team, like, gear that you guys had.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Well, don't offend Cole. I mean that
I know that was his baby. I know that was his doing, but God damn it, Cole.
I enjoyed it. I actually looked pretty spiffy in it, and I don't wear color.
You know what, dude? It is what it is, but it kind of almost reminded me of something that Kevin Owens wore at a PWG show.
Yeah, he matched the Bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then you guys were wearing that. I'm like, oh, man. That's what Kevin Owens would have looked like if he was bald.
Yeah, just me, a big bald tattoo guy in that gear, just looked odd.
It was actually awesome. I give you guys shit about that, but I liked it.
Oh, yeah,
I was
enjoyed
actually a big fan of the 2 matches you guys had.
The promos that we got to do were fun too. There was just puns everywhere. The Ron Stoppable Cole Train was a thing, and
It was. I think I even hashtagged it once.
the Ron Stoppable Cole Train, nice.
Yep. And put the big letters where Ron, and then stoppable. So, all right. Well, it does not look like Douglas James is going to call in.
Isn't that right?
Yeah,
He probably was listening.
he probably was, and I feel really bad now. So I will try to get him into studio soon. Gonna call him later. You big dummy. No.
Yeah, that'll get him on.
No, I really like Douglas James. The guy is just really good at what he does. So, you know what? We'll go ahead, and since we can't talk to him about it, we'll talk about it. You brought up earlier the absolute massacre of some backyarders that Dougie Jams did.
See, we already talked about it. I already talked about everything I saw in the video.
Really?
I wanted to ask him about it. I wanted to get his perspective on it. But you know what? I'm gonna meet him at some point, and I'm gonna ask him in person.
Okay. Well, I did see the video. It was a Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Rumble style match. The booker, the producer, the promoter of the show, booked a lot of his buddies from back when they were doing backyard shows. Bunch of overweight and super underweight guys who didn't know a wrist lock from a wristwatch and did the backyarder style. And a lot of the vets there were not fucking cool with it. So, Douglas James, if I'm not mistaken, this is how it goes, with the blessing of a couple of the vets, decided to work a little snug and proceeded to just completely obliterate about 10 dudes.
Mm-hmm. It was magic for the eyes. I loved every second of it. Because I see a lot of these guys just building their own fed just from nothing and having no knowledge of how to put on a match or even put together a ring.
Yeah.
And if the battlefield isn't safe, then your work isn't going to be safe either, especially if you have no work rate to go off of, no training, absolutely nothing. If you're going to go out there and just try to work a match with a professional, you're just going to get the shit kicked out of you.
Oh,
and that's an
definitely.
unspoken agreement amongst all of the people who are actually working.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, it happened with mass transit.
Mm-hmm.
Kid didn't work a day in his life and then decided to go to an ECW show. Well, you get thrown into a match with New Jack and somebody's going to get hurt, especially when they don't know what the fuck they're doing. I mean, and it happens.
I mean, traditionally, even with a rookie, you throw him in a battle royal, and it's kind of like an unspoken agreement to beat the shit out of him. Like, hey, welcome aboard. Now get the fuck out.
Yeah, definitely.
In Lucha Libre, I got to train with Martine at the WPW, And I was already 2 years into my training with EWF, and they still baptized me, and that wasn't fun.
Oh, no, definitely not.
Yeah, but it happened.
Well, shit, dude, I'm a goddamn commentator, and I got some chops in the back on my first show.
Well, I mean, what'd you do? You probably deserved it.
No. First show, decided to tell one of the boys, oh, yeah, your first show, huh? So a couple of them gave me the chops.
It's kind of like telling your big brother it's your birthday.
Yeah. Or telling anybody you got a new tattoo.
Yeah.
So.
And if you have to tell your big brother it's your birthday, then he's a really shit brother.
Yeah, fuck that big brother. Is it your birthday? Am I forgetting something?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. My birthday's in June.
Oh, well, thanks for reminding me. Maybe I'll do something for your birthday.
Thank you. I like pops.
Pops?
Yeah.
Like Pop Rocks?
No, the pop vinyls.
Oh, yeah, no. I go in there to get you one. I'm walking out with 17 for myself.
There you go.
I almost pulled that shit earlier today.
I bought my 121st. I have an illness.
Oh, yeah, your illness is way worse than mine.
Yeah, my wife is such a good sport.
Yeah, see, I think if my wife and, like, my mother-in-law and everybody were cool with it, I would have many, many more than what I do.
Mm-hmm.
But I get shit every time I walk through the door with a new pop vinyl.
Oh, yeah.
Every damn time.
You get the eye roll? I get the eye roll.
You get the eye roll. I get the flat out, oh, you brought another one of those damn things in here. and now my son's been getting it too. Because
Nice.
that kid is going nuts for these things as well. And he just got a shit ton of Christmas cash.
Uh-huh.
So anytime we're out somewhere and he sees vinyls and he sees one that he likes, dude, it's his.
Yeah, it's getting. I don't want to spend too much time on this because who cares? But
No, fuck that, dude.
Yeah, it's getting gross because now I'm like hunting for rare ones, and I don't know where that's gonna take me.
All right, so there's a couple of really good comic book shops in this area. We'll talk about that on break.
Yes.
So, man, and earlier you brought up, well, shit, dude. We're still gonna talk a little bit about Douglas James. There was a match that I caught. And I brought it up a little bit earlier. The Douglas James and Joey Ryan versus the Killer Bays, Heather Monroe and Laura James. Now, this was basically a spouse versus spouse match because Joey just got married to Laura James,
Mm-hmm.
and Heather Monroe is the significant other of Douglas James.
Oh, that's Dorbs.
Yeah, totes.
Yeah.
So, during the match, Heather goes to grab Douglas James's wang doodle.
Nice.
And he tried to do the dick flip of doom,
Okay.
a.k.a. the U-porn plex
Nice.
by Joey Ryan. Did not work out too well for him. He got the crotch grab of fucking... It looked nasty, dude. She was like squeezing and twisting and shit, dude. So, Joey transfers his power to Douglas James, and he's able to flip her with his cock.
That is great.
Yeah. This kid's just been having some really memorable matches. Just had a couple of matches with B-Boy, who, anybody in Southern California knows who B-Boy is. The guy is a freaking legend, and probably one of the nicest vets we have out here. The guy will give you knowledge.
Do you think there's a SoCal Mount Rushmore?
You mean like the...
So like, how I told you that Hogan, The Rock, Cena, and Austin are WWE's Mount Rushmore. Fuck anyone who disagrees with me. But do you think there's that kind of like, prestige set of names in SoCal? Just that's important to us Southern Californians.
You want to go ahead and we'll discuss that right now? That's...
I wouldn't be asking if I wasn't.
It's kind of hard, though. It's really hard. Are we throwing trainers onto this Mount Rushmore, or just strictly guys that wrestle?
I was gonna go with wrestlers, but if you got like named names, that's...
Well, if you're gonna throw out, like, if you're gonna put on a Mount Rushmore, you gotta, and we're putting on trainers, you got to do the ones who have trained 98% of the people that are out here working.
Okay.
You throw up Joey, Joey Chaos.
Okay.
You got to throw on Jesse Hernandez.
Mm-hmm.
So those are two. B-Boy, definitely on a Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
Definitely got to be. The guy is legit the most respected, him and Cholo. Cholo's got to be on there.
Okay.
See, and that's hard. So then what you got to do is you got to take the trainers off of there. You have to.
You got to look at Jeff's face right now. I think just opening this topic, like he's a kid in the candy store. He wants to give all of his answers, but he knows he only needs 4. He can only have 4.
Yeah, I know. I've only got, and see, that's our biggest problem when we do the top 10s, is just trying to pick that. That.
Well, I'll give you mine if you want. I got 4 in my head right now.
You got 4. You got okay. So you came loaded with this question.
No. I just came up in my head right now.
Okay.
Honestly.
Okay. Let's go.
In no particular order. This by no means reflects their rank.
Their rank.
I'm gonna go with Joey Ryan. I mean, come on. His body of work speaks for itself.
Okay.
And he's just he's pretty much famous. And B-Boy. I'm gonna go with B-Boy as well. Adam Pearce. Does he count as a California guy?
He worked a lot out here. I mean, he kind of put CWFH on the map for a minute there. Did a lot of PWG. Did Bassman's thing. You know what, man? I'd throw him up there.
Yeah, I'll throw him up there. Feel free to call in and tell me I'm wrong, but I'm gonna go ahead and say
wrong.
Adam. I used that one already.
No, you didn't.
And then last but not least, I'm gonna go with Super Dragon. He's a name
but he's actually a part of Mount Rushmore.
Really?
Yeah, the PWG faction, Mount Rushmore.
Oh, is that right? Right? I had no idea about that.
Yeah, it's the Bucks, it's him, and it was Roderick Strong, but Roddy's up NXT way now. But I think Adam Cole is back in on it. So he's actually part of the Mount Rushmore of wrestling.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm just going by ever since I got into indie wrestling back in 2002, he's just always been there on videos, always been the thing to look for on YouTube.
Yeah. And his body of work does speak for itself. The guy is really good, and he's the mainstay of PWG.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't a huge fan, but his name's everywhere.
Okay, well, in that case, since you did clarify a little bit more for me, definitely B-Boy, definitely Ryan, but instead of the other two, I put the Bucks.
You put the Bucks.
I put the Bucks.
Okay.
Who are also a part of Mount Rushmore.
Nice.
But yeah, dude.
So you took Cholo off.
Okay, the Bucks can be one.
No.
Yeah, because they're a single unit.
Fine.
They're a single unit, so they'll be one, and then Cholo.
Fine.
You could have it be one of those cool Picasso things where it's one head but it's got 2 faces. I don't know.
Okay, fine.
But yeah, you got to make that contingency.
Whatever.
I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you.
Well, because if we were throwing tag teams in there, I would put the Cubans in there in a heartbeat.
Really?
Absolutely.
Over the Bucks?
I don't know.
Over the Bucks.
I'm talking about that's just me, because I knew they were friends first and then they were famous. But I was a fan immediately for Rocky and Ricky. So
they're amazing, dude. Don't get me wrong, but over the Bucks.
I have to step back and not be
okay. As a pure fan, not as a friend.
Okay, as status, I will say as status, Bucks are bigger.
Okay, now not to take anything away from Rocky Romero and Ricky Reyes, because they are freaking amazing. They are a California staple, which I guess you could throw them up there because of that. They made their bones out here. They are world famous now because of out here. I mean, fuck, dude. Ricky Reyes is now going under a hood at Lucha Underground. So
Ricky Reyes and Rocky Romero and TJ Perkins were running class my first day of training at EWF.
I know.
And they do not see a fat person. They just you're going to do this and you're going to do it until you get it. And they kicked the crap out of me to the point where I didn't want to come back the next week, but I did. I just it was fun. They did not give me any sort of breaks.
Well, good. They shouldn't.
No.
You know what, dude? You're fat. You're getting into a sport where you got to be a little quicker. Fucking get shit done. I mean, hell, man. Vader could do backflips. That guy's the biggest motherfucker I've ever seen in real life.
Hey, and he attempted a shooting star press one time. Look it up. It failed miserably, but he attempted it. Me and Cole watched a cage match he had with, I want to say Hogan. It was an outdoor show. And he actually jumps and you can see him attempt the rotation, but it just looked like, you know, a senton that was like a little more elevated where he landed on the back of his head.
Dude, I've always had a problem with flips. I don't know how to rotate my body like that, and it pisses me off to no end. I saw a dude do a backflip, standing backflip the other day, and I was jealous beyond belief. I just don't know how somebody can work their body to do something like that without being on an elevated platform. So, who's talking shit? Is it Cole?
Nobody.
Fuck Cole. No. It's Cole, isn't it? Yeah, you lying son of a bitch. I could see it in your eyes.
There's nobody.
Okay. Well,
Quit trolling my phone.
Well, quit playing on your phone unless you're doing something for the show.
I am.
Okay. Well, that works then. All right. Well, we are going to go on break. Gonna get a little bit of clarity on how we're gonna work the rest of this show. Give us a call, 909-360-8330. We'll talk about more gibberish and folderol and all of that gobbledygook. All right, stick around. Heel Talk Radio.
All right.
Wanna shake up the status quo, rock the boat, break a few eggs?
Well, you've come to the right place. KaoticRadio.com.
All right, we are back. Heel Talk Radio on KaoticRadio.com. Hey, if you want to talk a little bit of wrestling, we'll talk about anything wrestling related. Shit, we'll talk about cartoons if you want to. Oh, shit, forgot to take you off mute. My bad. Go ahead.
Hi.
We did talk cartoons.
We did talk cartoons.
For a momentito.
Mm-hmm.
So, give us a call, 909-360-8330. You wanted to do a little makeshift top 10 real quick. You just kind of sprung that on me.
Yeah, in the middle of break, I was like, you know what? Top 10 is
Middle
where
of
it's at.
break? Fuck, dude, that was 10 seconds ago. You're like, hey, let's do a top 10. Okay, and we're live.
I'm a man who keeps people on their toes.
Listen here, jerky boy. No. You know what, dude? We're not going I can't legitimately do a top 10 at the moment.
Yeah, we have to have some thought.
Exactly. And, there's a lot of thought that goes into a top 10 list, at least for me. And I know Cole does like fucking 25 pages of notes when he does it.
Oh, yeah.
But we can talk about some of our favorites, which I did do about a month back, but I want to hear the Ron Stoppable version of your favorite music.
My favorite entrance themes?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Because if we go our favorite regular music, we'll be here all night because you and I have a very similar taste in music.
We might be here all night because of the entrance themes.
Well, yeah, that's did you write down a list?
Yeah, I'm going to open up my book. I'm going to write it down as we go. But let's see. I think I'm just going to give this one number 10 just because it's hot on my list right now. I'll go with Glorious Domination for Bobby Roode. I'm just going to give him the sweet 10 spot just because that's my favorite right now.
Not Ty Dillinger?
I love Ty Dillinger's theme. Like, that was what solidified my post earlier today about, like, raise your hand if you listen to entrance music, because I do, like, on the daily. And one of my go-tos has been Ty Dillinger's theme. It's just so superhero-y. And, like, when I hear it, I picture his entrance, and it's just so silly when he busts out the 10 sign. And
dude, the kid's fun to watch.
It is.
You know what? I didn't really like him before he started doing I mean, his what was his name before in the WWE? Because he was a almost like jobber status for a minute there.
I had no idea what he did as a wrestler. I know he was Stan that got kicked by Shawn Michaels in that segment.
Yes, because we've all seen the What Culture top 10s.
Yes.
But yeah, but yeah, dude. It was Cody something or other. He was brought in when they were doing the New Superstar Initiative. Mm-hmm. All those years ago, like I think it was on ECW, where they were bringing out like new dudes. Braden Walker, Wildcat Chris Harris was one of those guys. Mm-hmm. But they were bringing out new dudes to just kind of reinvigorate the brand and whatnot. And he was one of those guys, and he had actually made it. He was on TV for a good couple of months, but nobody liked his character. And it just, I mean, it didn't resonate with anybody. He was just like kind of generic Canadian dude. And then he went on to you gotta quit that vibrating shit, bro.
Stop texting me, Cole's wife.
It's tingling my naughty bits, especially knowing that it's Cole's wife doing it. No, I'm joking. Marlena, you're great.
Jerry.
Well, I did tell Cole that I kind of wish polygamy was legal sometimes, but no.
We all do.
So, yeah, but I mean, he just didn't resonate with me at all. In fact, even watching NXT recently, he wasn't. I mean, yeah, it's cool he's getting over now, but it just wasn't something that I liked. It wasn't until we went to the show that I was like, you know what, dude, this guy is pretty damn entertaining, and I like.
See, I was sold on the Perfect 10 character when that first came about because there was like a bunch of variations of Ty Dillinger. They put him with Jason Jordan, and that team just failed miserably, and then that's when American Alpha happened. But there was like a lot of like Ty Dillinger variations where it was just a generic dude, and then finally the Perfect 10 thing happened, and then it stuck.
Yeah. Well, and that's kind of the way it ends up happening, man. You go through shitty gimmick after shitty gimmick after shitty gimmick, and then finally something resonates.
Don't be afraid to don't be afraid to reinvent yourself.
Oh yeah, no, dude. Look at fucking anybody for the most part. Dude, everybody has reinvented themselves several times before they finally got it. Stone Cold Steve Austin, to me, is one of the biggest ones.
Yeah.
You know, he went from being essentially like he was a great heel back in WCW as the Hollywood Blondes. Like, amazing. One of my favorite heels of all time back then. Then he finally gets the call up to the WWE, and in between the Hollywood Blondes gimmick and coming to the WWE, you know, you have the extreme superstar Steve Austin, which is just a pissed off version of the Hollywood Blondes, dude.
Yeah. It's the disgruntled employee version of the Hollywood Blondes.
Yeah, which was amazing. I loved his promo. The couple of promos that they showcased, freaking gives you chills listening to him.
It's funny when you bring him up because he would have been my number one on the music top 10.
Oh, the Stone Cold theme or the Hollywood Blondes?
No, the Stone Cold theme, because that theme just when that glass hits, no matter who you are, you're off your seat, and it changes the whole direction of the show.
I don't know, man.
Even when he was on top of his game, or when he just makes the occasional comeback.
You know, but when you hear, "Oh, what a rush!" See, to me, that was one of my favorites.
Yeah, see,
because I'm a huge mark for Legion of Doom.
Nice.
I absolutely love those guys. I mean, you know, you called in during our top 10 tag teams. That was me and Cole and JB and you and like 10 other people.
I actually didn't call in for the tag teams. I called in for the managers.
Oh, that's right. The managers.
I would love to hear your list for the tag teams, but that's another conversation.
Oh yeah. It you know what? I actually have that one on my phone. I'll let you listen to it.
Nice.
So, but yeah, man, I mean, the LOD music, it kind of had the same effect. As soon as that, "Oh, what a rush," you knew somebody was getting their ass kicked.
Oh yeah, and you know, much like you know, mainstream music, regular music, it's all about perspective. You know, it's all opinionated. Like, you know, you like this one, this is your favorite, this is your favorite. You know, and it's funny. I credit wrestling to liking other genres of music, because I would, you know, like a funk song or a rap song, I would tie it to characters I love and just like songs that sound like that. Like, the first hip hop song I liked was "Whoop There It Is," and it wasn't because of the actual song; it was because of Men on a Mission. With My Baby Tonight, it was the first country song I ever liked, and it was because of Double J Jeff Jarrett.
Road Dogg.
Yeah, and then, you know, it was mostly 80s rock and metal for wrestling theme songs, so that's kind of like my go-to. Plus I was raised on the classic metal. Thank you, Dad.
Yeah, definitely, right? My dad got me into listening to bands like Van Halen and Poison and Metallica. I give my dad full credit of my love of Metallica.
Oh, yeah.
And he gives me full credit of his like and understanding of Slipknot. So
nice.
It goes hand in hand.
That's awesome. It's always great to see like the older guys who are like pro, like Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, and all those guys, and they like actually take their time to listen to the Magoots metal that we listen to.
Oh
now.
Yeah. My dad, I got to give him credit, took me to my first and third concert, and then has taken me to a couple of them over the last couple of years. But my first concert ever, Sammy Hagar and the Waburitas.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where was that? Because I've seen him twice.
That was up at what was then called the Blockbuster Amphitheater. It's now Sam Manuel.
Nice. I believe I was at that show.
Right after Mas Tequila came out.
Yes.
Okay.
My very first show ever was at Irvine Meadows, now Verizon Wireless Amphitheater.
Now bulldozed.
Is it? Completely?
Done.
Damn.
Done. Gwen Stefani did the last show there.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No, my first concert ever, it was at that venue, and it was Boston.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Dude, that actually, I'm going to give you credit on that one. I like Boston.
Dude, I love Boston.
It's a great band.
I was 8 years old.
Wow. Okay, my first concert, I was 14.
Okay.
I mean, you want to get technical about it. I saw Weird Al Yankovic when I was like 11.
Dude, why wouldn't you say that? I would have marked out hard for that.
I
Weird Al, me, Cole, and his brother went and saw Weird Al live.
He told me about that one.
And aside from him just being hilarious, the guy is musically gifted.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the whole band is musically gifted. The timing of their music is ridiculous.
I don't consider that my first concert because it was at a fair I happened to be at. You know, I didn't go specifically to see Weird Al. I had no idea he was even going to be there.
So your first like legit concert that you went to go see a concert?
Yes, was Sammy Hagar. My dad took me to my first ever Metallica concert.
Nice.
In fact, you probably went to that one too.
Was it? Which one was that one?
Summer Sanitarium tour.
Didn't have the pleasure of going to Summer Sanitarium.
It was at the LA Coliseum. Korn, Kid Rock, Power Man 5000, System of a Down. Before System of a Down was like a thing.
Yeah.
And Metallica headlining.
Nice.
Jason Newsted era.
Never got to see Newsted live. I was there with the Robert Trujillo era.
Okay. Well, you know what, dude? And this last album, we're turning this into just a fucking music show in general right now because I finally have a fellow metalhead with me. So.
You mean Cole doesn't feel that for you?
No. In fact, Cole doesn't like our theme music.
No, I know. I know that. Dude, it's been fun to talk shit with Cole about music.
So, shit, I just lost my train of thought. Goddamn.
Metal.
Yeah. So first Metallica concert was Summer Sanitarium. Great. Rob Trujillo. I didn't like Rob Trujillo for Metallica until I listened to this new album.
Mm-hmm.
And now I get it with him. Like, I loved him in Fear Factory. He was freaking balls to the wall, and I love that about him. But I didn't really respect him as a dude of Metallica until this album, because now I see him throwing in his thrash metal roots.
It only took you 11 years to like him.
You know, dude, I mean, I grew up in the Newsted era.
Yeah, you know
at the end of the Cliff Burton era.
Right. Yeah, you know what that is? That's just, you love what you love and you don't want it to change.
Exactly. Yeah. I fear change. So, but yeah, and I got to give mad props to this new Metallica album, Hardwired to Self-Destruct. That thing is amazing.
Oh yeah, me and my friends, we do top 5 for the year, and that was on it.
Oh, it had to be.
And I'm a harsh critic of Metallica. Like, Saint Anger, I don't even touch. And
there was a good song for Saint Anger. And I think it was Saint Anger.
Was it?
That was the best one on the album.
I mean, the greatest coaster I've ever had.
Nice. Most expensive one you've ever had, too.
Absolutely.
So, you know what, man? Death Magnetic was okay.
It was a step in the right direction. It was a nice apology for Saint Anger.
Yes. I wouldn't say it was a full apology. It was a kind of half-hearted.
Yeah, it was a half-assed apology. It was a begrudging apology. It was like, fine, here you go.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I did like a lot of songs on it, but it wasn't one of those things where it was stuck in my CD player for a month and a half.
No, and this is long after the fact where like my taste in metal music progressed and it was like really like extreme and crazier. So like, and this might be a jab to you, but I still think Metallica is a little simple for me because I listen to really weird, crazy.
Dude, I listen to Dimmu Borgir.
Yes. Okay, there you go.
I do listen to death metal now.
Okay, that's a step in the right direction.
Okay.
Yeah, but there's this thing out there called mathcore, and it's just basically
some dude rapping fucking Pi for an hour and a half.
Yes. No.
3.14.
It's just
Chris Hardwick. Sorry.
Imagine if like jazz musicians got distorted guitars and just went nuts.
Well, it sounds like some straight up dubstep shit.
I'll give you some stuff.
I'll definitely have to take a listen to that just because it sounds interesting, I guess.
You'll like it. You'll love it.
I'll want some more of it.
It's an eargasm.
Okay.
Cole says it's the equivalent of shitting in his ears.
Okay, then it's got to be good.
It's got to be good then.
It's got to. I'm not knocking Cole on his musical taste because I do listen to some of that stuff too. Like Barbershop Quartet is cool. Some choruses are cool. I'm a big fan of classical music. I absolutely love listening to an orchestra. It sounds really fucking amazing behind Led Zeppelin and Metallica.
Mm-hmm. I love Cole's taste in music. It's so out there for someone his age. Like it's You know,
Yeah. Goodbye, my morning island, baby.
And you know, I respect the hell out of Barbershop Quartet. The notes he can hold is just, I can't do it.
He actually complimented me on my singing.
Dang.
What
What did he want?
I would. You know what? Son of a bitch! It just dawned on me after he had told me that he had tried to pitch you to be our permanent fill-in guy.
And
That's Cole, you son of a bitch.
And here we are.
He did really get lucky because I had already been thinking about bringing you in.
Yeah.
And then he solidified it by asking me.
Uh-huh.
Plus, I had listened to you guys the week before, and I really did like the energy,
Cool.
or lack thereof,
chemistry?
when you forgot shit.
I forgot shit.
Not you, him.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
he was in the captain's chair for the first time.
I know. I think it scared him a little.
A little bit.
A little bit. I mean, it is a daunting task sitting here and steering this fucking crazy train. Mike, you good?
Oh, yeah, I'm doing great. What's happening?
Okay, just, you look like you're struggling with something in there. Are you masturbating again, you sick
Yeah,
fuck?
yeah,
He's
did you
pulling
wanna-
up, dude's in there pulling up pictures of Hogan.
Of course. Hulk Hogan, woo!
Sorry, that's kind of our thing.
That's Ric Flair, actually.
Yep. Shut up.
Hey, don't take it away from me, man.
That's the one thing he gets, okay?
He gets Hulk Hogan.
He gets Hulk Hogan.
I think he did that last week, too, when I was in.
It's a
He said,
thing.
Hulk Hogan, woo.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah, that's all I get.
That's all he gets. So, all right, muting Mike again. Not really, Mike. You're still live. Yeah, dude. I really do like this new Metallica album. But back to wrestling themes. Shit, dude. There's been so many.
Since you put me on the spot, I'm not even going to give you a top 10. I'm just going to give you a list of songs that I really enjoyed growing up and now enjoy now. Glorious Domination.
Love it.
I'm going to give you the list of now.
Okay, you say one, and I'll tell you if I like it or not.
Yeah, we'll treat it like a word association.
There we go. Go.
Glorious Domination.
Love it.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Awesome.
Ty Dillinger.
Eh.
Whatever. Now we'll go to like the childhood ones because I think those are the three that stick right now as far as now goes. No, wait, no, I lied. The one I used in my post today, Rich Swan's theme, I'm stuck on so hard.
Dude, it's really good. I do like it because, and the association with Swan is amazing.
I'm so annoying at work. I'm just walking around folding packages and shit and just going, can you handle this? Can you handle this? Can you handle this? It's ridiculous.
One of my favorites from now, and it's actually a WWE guy. I love TJ's music.
Yes,
Absolutely love
it brought
TJ's
me.
music.
It brought me back to my childhood. It felt like I just popped in an NES game and went to town.
And his video for it, I mean, it's very reminiscent of every fighting game out there, so it really kind of resonates with me as the gamer.
Yeah.
But I love how TJ is completely ripping off Johnny Suave's gimmick. So Johnny Suave, I know it's pronounced Johnny Suave, but ever since I've met the guy, it's always been Suave. Johnny Suave. So Suave, I'm giving you your shout out for Perkins ripping you off. Dude throws a freaking dab elbow, which is awesome looking, okay? And then like freaking TJ makes his entrance and now he's doing the dab. I'm like, fuck you. I know it's a popular thing right now, but damn it.
Yeah.
Suave did it first. So go ahead, keep going.
Let's see. From the past, I'm gonna go with Shawn Michaels. No particular order, by the way. Shawn Michaels.
Wait, which version?
Oh.
Scary Sherry or himself?
Himself.
Nah.
No?
No, Scary Sherry's is better.
See, that's the age gap coming out.
Okay, here's my reason why.
Okay.
It sounded, and I know when he did it, it sounded really obnoxious. But to me, having her screechy kind of voice over it made him look really obnoxious.
Yeah, well, she also played it off that it was orgasmic.
Yes.
So,
Scary Sherry has always been one of my favorites.
yeah. So I'll go with Shawn Michaels,
Okay.
his version.
Okay, in that case, like it.
Okay. Owen Hart's King of Hearts thing.
Absolutely freaking love it.
Yes.
I'm a huge and Cole hates this because I always tell him that Owen Hart's better than Brett.
He doesn't agree?
No,
Okay.
of course not.
Okay, well, I'll give
Because he's a Brett guy.
He is a Brett guy.
He's got he'll tell you, and I listened to it when you guys were on together, him go over for 20 minutes about how much he loves Bret Hart. So, yeah.
It happens.
No, it's an Owen thing.
Yeah, I do agree with you, honestly. I am an Owen guy more than a Brett guy.
Okay.
But, you can't deny Brett's status in the company. And, there's a reason why Owen never got there.
It's because he fell.
Well,
he would have been there.
Well,
he would have been there.
He should have got there sooner.
He really should have, and that's a misstep on the F.
Yeah, I mean,
that's why they got the F out.
He got really, he made good use of his situation with Yokozuna, but I think that was the wrong move for him. I think they made that move more for Yoko.
Well, yeah, of course they did.
I just didn't think they didn't know.
Yoko couldn't fucking work at the time. The guy was like fucking maxed out at 600 pounds.
Well, he also lost his appeal too. Like, okay, we get it, he can move, but how much can you do with this guy? He's already been beaten. That's the sad reality of a gimmick like that. The second you beat him, his credit is done.
Done. That's why they're finally doing something right with Strowman. Nobody has actually beaten him yet.
No, yeah, I'm really impressed with that guy. Like, I usually shit on the heavyweight immediately because it's look at the track record lately, but there's just something about the guy. He can cut a promo. He's so quick to the point where, like, if he gets in there with maybe a Lesnar or a guy that can make sense with a fight, I can see him bumping around. He's very athletic.
Very well. He's a former football player.
Yeah.
No, not former football player. Sorry. Former strongman. Mm-hmm. And the guy is nuts. I love him. I absolutely love Strowman. I love his music.
Yeah, I believe him.
Yes, he is a very believable monster. Mm-hmm. And it's definitely something we haven't had in the WWE in such a long time.
At least one that's worked.
Yeah. I mean, Kevin Owens could only play a monster for so long. He's a big guy, but he's not a huge guy.
He doesn't wrestle like a monster, though.
No,
he wrestles like a monster up here. I'm pointing at my head. He's a very methodical, like scary individual, but I'm talking like big, heavyweight, ominously, like the appearances, Strowman.
Yeah, we haven't had somebody like that, a believable one, believable. Because we've had Great Khali. We've had Big Show.
I believe that he would kill you if he wanted to.
Yeah,
Khali, but it was just boring.
Oh, definitely boring. Shoot, but yeah, Braun Strowman comes out and you believe the dude's gonna hurt somebody. I didn't get that believability out of the other two giant ass Wyatt dudes.
Yeah, I'm lost with Eric Rowan. I'm glad that they're not really doing anything with him anymore. They're making it Orton and Luke Harper, and Luke is the indie guy. Luke is the workhorse. And I don't know what they're gonna do with him, but they need to do something because he's so good.
Oh, he really is. He's legit been my favorite of the Wyatt family. Mm-hmm. I listened to him on Jericho's podcast.
I listened to that too.
Did you listen to that one? And it just made me an even bigger fan of the guy because I didn't realize that he was an indie dude.
No.
Okay. But I had heard of him before.
Yes.
I didn't correlate the two. He was Brody
Lee.
Brody Lee. Mm-hmm. Because he likes Jason Lee.
Mm-hmm. And he used the first name of Mallrats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was I'm like, oh shit, he is, because he's grown a shit ton of facial hair since he was Brody Lee. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, oh man, it is Brody Lee. And then that just kind of made me love him even more.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I wanted him to be on my list of big men, but I didn't. He just doesn't work like a big man. I listed guys who work like big men.
Yeah. And just to clarify, Andre would have been number one.
For you? Okay.
Yes. I had to throw Crash Holly in there to piss off Cole.
Oh, yeah. Why not?
Because I know that he's a top 10 purist.
Oh, yeah.
He loves his top 10s, and I do too.
He works hard on them.
He does. Oh
I bought a book just to work hard on it.
Hey, you know what, dude? I like that you're taking it sort of seriously. He bought a book for notes, but there's not a single fucking note in it.
Talking about me? Wrong.
Wrong.
Oh
yeah,
man,
I'm gonna keep.
There's only one page, and it was for the heavyweight that you guys previously listened to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I should have been on that list.
I've seen you wrestle.
At least on the music list.
Okay, for an indie guy, you got some great music.
You know why?
Because it's yours.
Because it's original.
Yeah.
Put money into yourself.
B-Boy.
Yes.
I love B-Boy's music.
There you go.
B-Boy.
Yes.
So I got to get that for our thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you know what? That's something I would like for you guys as the listeners to do. Hit us up on our Facebook page. Let us know what kind of intro and outro musics you want to start listening to, because unfortunately, when we fired our last engineer, not me personally, I did not do it. I'm not the heel on the heel talk yet.
He did
on that one. A lot of our music she would pull up on YouTube, and as much as I love Mike, he's not adept at that just yet because he only knows Hogan.
Damn it.
Yay, Hogan! Yay!
So we got to be glad at this point that we're not just hearing freaking Real American every time we go in and out.
That's the song we're going out to.
Is it really?
It could be as soon as I look it up.
Can I hear the WCW theme?
No, I don't think he knows.
American Made, Hulk Hogan. Do it.
I am a real American. Sorry, I love that song.
Absolutely.
Is that
Why?
the song?
Why wouldn't you?
It's called American Made. Although I tend to like his NWO theme a little bit better.
Oh, bro. Wait, I loved it when he came out to Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, that was his NWO theme.
Oh, okay. See, I'm thinking of the NWO
Not
theme.
the no, not that shit.
The porn theme?
Yeah. The when he came out to Hendrix. Wow, this isn't 80s.
Oh, yeah. WCW Hogan.
Is that the right one?
Man.
Yes, sir. Good
All
job.
right.
And now I know why he just sold a porno for fucking $500 million.
What's that porn called? Third leg drop?
Third leg drop. I like that. I like that. It's yeah, gross.
A little bit.
Oh, old Hogan balls.
It's only gross if you picture it, man.
Yeah, well, nasty.
What you gonna do when the 6-inch python goes wild on you, brother?
Dude, that guy did steroids all throughout the 80s and 90s. 6-inch? Probably sausages by this point.
Oh, that stays the same. The balls take a beating, though.
Don't beat the balls.
Don't beat the balls.
Don't beat the balls.
Hey, you're listening to your favorite show.
Hey, we are Dutchy Holland's favorite show, and he is the freaking station owner, so I like that.
Nice.
So, yay. Go Dutchy. This show has really delved into a lot of nothing. At this
Nothing.
point.
We just talked about balls.
Balls. You know, one of our sponsors on my old show was Fresh Balls.
Were they?
Yep. Fresh Balls. It was like powder for your nuts or something. I don't even know.
Oh, my God. It actually had to do with testicles.
Yeah. Yeah, it was anti-sweat for your nuts. So,
Delightful.
yeah.
Athlete's nuts.
You don't want swamp ass. So,
Swalls.
swalls. Yeah. Ooh, sweaty balls.
Okay. Jim Cornette.
Fuck that guy.
Oh, thank you. I had to change the subject.
You know why I fucking hate Jim Cornette? You fucking fuck. No, sorry. That was way too many fucks. I'm so glad we're not on real radio. we so would have been fucking put off the
Our
air.
slogan should be subject to change.
So, but yeah, it totally is, dude. Well, I mean, you know, when Douglas James is totally not getting his hot dog in a handshake.
Nah, pat on the back, actually.
Oh no, dude, I ain't gonna pat nobody's back. I might pop some zits.
Oh.
Sorry.
I love it.
Had to go there.
Yeah.
Had to. So many people in our industry with back zits.
It happens.
So, give us a call. Give us another subject. Well, you know what, dude? We only got 6 minutes left. So, all-time favorite music, you said Stone Cold.
Stone Cold. I'm going to go Stone Cold.
Going Stone Cold, glass breaking.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
not talking the shitty one where it was like fucking Disturbed doing it.
Oh, don't say that to me. But no, yeah, it Disturbed's version is much shittier than the household version. I do love Stone Cold's theme, and it gets stuck in your head.
You know, my dad had a theory that Stone Cold's music is actually Queen's Stone Cold Crazy slowed way down. because it kind of has the same tune. And my dad actually got mistaken as Stone Cold one time, so we'll bring that full circle.
That's a good mistake right there.
Yeah. Some lady on a cruise swore to God that he was Stone Cold.
I'm still Mikey O'Shea. And
Well, yeah.
a lot of people.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people every time. So me and him took a picture, making the same exact face, a face that he usually makes actually. Like that, like the really surprised face. Yeah, we both made that picture. We both made that face and took that picture and was like, we don't see it, guys. And we got so many likes for it.
Oh, of course.
Like, they're like, it's uncanny.
See, and I'm looking at you and I'm looking at him in my mind's eye, and I really don't see it.
I don't see it either. But, hey.
It's because you're both fat and have long goatees.
Right? I think that's it. And I think that's it's a little racist.
Well, it's a little body typist.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we won't go with race because you guys are both whiter than fucking liquid paper.
Well, we both seem to race to the refrigerator, so.
You do. The slowest race possible. No. And I got to give some props to Mikey O'Shea. That guy's been hitting the gym lately. He's starting to look really good, man.
Yeah, I saw him at the last AOW show. I was like, bro, you're disappearing. And all he replied with was stop.
Yeah. Yeah, no, dude, I love Mikey, man. I've gotten to work one show with him, and I think he thought I was kind of a psycho because I was really humbled to be on a show with Mikey O'Shea. I have a lot of respect for the guy. I watched him kind of grow into his own on Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. He starts out as what's-her-name's manager.
Yeah. He's very gifted for a man his size. Like he can get his ass off the ground. He can move in that ring.
Yeah, and he's helping out some of the young upstarts in our industry. He's helping out with teaching over at the Delo gym out there in the Orange County area. Him and Jarrell. We all love Jarrell.
I love Jarrell.
We're all big fans of Jacob the Riot Diaz.
Fans?
No, I'm a fan of him, dude.
I like him. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I legit am a fan of Jarrell, man. The guy, I watched him go through a transformation. First time I met that guy, he just a fucking pudgy little bastard.
Oh, so you met him later on, because when I first met him back in like 06, he was fit, he was skinny, he was having
2013.
Oh, okay.
12.
So this
2012.
So this is when I got back in.
Yeah.
And this is his overweight days, but look at him now. He's gorgeous. Anyway,
he is a sexy bastard. I will say that.
I did mention him when he had the whole the surgery scare and he wanted to take a step back from wrestling, and I seen that kid grow. Not a lot of people liked him, and he owns this. He knows this. That he was kind of a punk kid, and didn't really learn a whole hell of a lot. But then nowadays he's still getting booked all over the place, and I think that's kind of an impressive comeback in its own right.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to change people's opinions of you in
Plus
wrestling.
#Sleepy Jarrell.
That was one of the best weeks ever.
Weekends, man. Weekends.
Was it a weekend?
It was like it was a long weekend. It was like it started on a Thursday and ended on a Tuesday kind of a thing. But yeah, man, that was a fun. Oh man, DeMarco Wilson was just killing it on that.
Oh yeah, I think I made like 6.
Did you?
Yeah.
I don't have Photoshop or skills on Photoshop to do anything like that.
Oh, they're horrible. Like mine are horrible, but they get the point across. I put them on the pile of shit in Jurassic Park, and so when Jeff Goldblum goes, now that's one big pile of shit. Yeah.
Okay, I do remember that one.
I got him doing an elbow drop midair.
Yes. And what's funny is that somebody else had posted a legit picture of him doing an elbow drop or something of that nature, and I swear to God, it's the fucking Sleepy Jarrell meme. But it was him actually doing it in a match.
Well, yeah, I think he brought it live one time.
No. This was before. Well, it was brought up after the Sleepy Jarrell memes kept coming, popping up. But because it was posted just last week, but it was from before he did that because he was still pudgy. So they were like, holy shit, he's been doing the Sleepy Jarrell and we never even knew it. Oh, man. Holy crap, it's already that time.
I know, we're getting the Oscar treatment because we're talking about Sleepy Jarrell.
Oh, damn you, Jarrell. Always, you're just like Jarek Matthews, man, killing feds. Nah.
Oh.
Love you, Jarrell. You know I'll always give you a huge pop. So that's been our time. This is Heel Talk Radio. We didn't even really talk about Cole too much tonight. Well, Oh, well. He thought a Laker game with his kid was more important than the show.
Yeah.
I missed Rogue One for it last week, or a week before, so fuck that guy. No, actually it was last week. All right, so listen to us every Friday night from 6 to 8 p.m. right here on Chaotic Radio. Hit us up on Facebook at Heel Talk Radio or on Twitter at Heel Talk Radio. It's all the same. At Heel Talk Radio. H-E-E-L, not H-E-A-L. If you put in H-E-A-L, you're going to get some nurse's Twitter feed. And, you know, you may have crabs and herpes and shit, but, you know, we ain't going to talk about that too much.
And you're welcome.
So, yeah, you probably did get him from Ron.
Yeah.
By listening to him. He's a herpes-filled son of a bitch.
Oh, yeah.
All right, everybody. That's been our time. Peace.